everybody, and welcome to another Wednesday video with you on screen with Zahar Panda.
That was annoying. So today's video going to be about Russian cartoons. How exciting! Let's talk about the most popular cartoon first, which is Masha and the Bear, or Masha и Медведь. One of their videos got super duper viral on YouTube. That's pretty awesome, you know? And good news that it's actual Russian cartoon. It's like a little story about the little girl with the name Masha and the big bear, and it's on Netflix, so you can check it out on Netflix. How cool is that? So if you ever watched Russian cartoons or were trying to look up some Russian cartoons, probably the first one that just stands out the most is Cheburashka. And the fun part about this cartoon is that nobody knows what Cheburashka is. Even in the cartoon itself, they were trying to figure out what Cheburashka is. Is it like a dog or a cat or a bear or something? But still, no one could have figured it out. So I would consider this cartoon the most popular in Russia just because there were generations on top of generations watching this cartoon, and kids who are growing up right now or kids who are born right now will still watch this cartoon because it's just a legendary cartoon. And there's a couple parts to it, and you should definitely check it out because the songs are amazing, the storyline and everything. It's just like, it's a childhood. It's amazing kind cartoon. You probably have heard about Winnie the Pooh, but have you ever heard about Beanie Poo, which is basically a Russian version of Winnie the Pooh? And this cartoon doesn't contain Christopher Robin or Tiger, but it's just like most of the songs people know and until this day sing. There's so many jokes about this cartoon that originated with it, and you should definitely check it out. Also, the short little tiny cartoons Ну погоди, which I would say basically Tom and Jerry, but not really Tom and Jerry at all. It's basically a big bad wolf who used to smoke but not anymore, and a little bunny or a rabbit, and they fight with each other, and the wolf's trying to catch the rabbit, and the rabbit does all the weird stuff to not getting caught. It's just like really cool cartoon as well. All the Russian cartoons are cool, okay? My all-time favorite cartoon in my childhood was Bremenskие музыканты, which is again a USSR cartoon, and it had this really good-looking weird guy who was singing and playing guitar, and he was just an artist, and he had a bunch of animals who would help him perform for the king and for the princess and all that stuff. And I had the biggest crush on him, and I had a Barbie doll, and the Barbie doll was a girl, but I cut her hair and I said, no, that's him. That's him. That's my boy. Again, this cartoon contains a bunch of cool songs. They don't talk in this cartoon at all. It's a musical cartoon, I guess. So now let me tell you more about some modern Russian cartoons. I was a big fan of Smeshariki, and that's a TV series cartoon which is basically about animals who look like a ball. So each of those animal balls have its own personality and character, and something all the time happens to them, and in the end it teaches you some valuable lesson. As a child watching it, it does teach you some cool valuable lesson. Another super popular TV cartoon series was Lunatic, and it was really popular like 6, 7, 8 years ago, and my brother loved watching that, and it was about this weird creature that fell from the moon to the earth and adventures, and it's more like bug related. There's like a spider and there's like an ant and stuff. It's a really interesting cartoon. And of course, some of the big hits movies that were on like theater screen were about Russian heroes. And it's not all about like, you know, superheroes with capes and stuff, Superman's, Batman's, It's about like a real, true Russian muscle man heroes that usually don't really have like a superpower. They're just, you know, buff and big and strong, and they fight with those like different either creatures or like, you know, weird stuff. So there are 3 of these heroes, or bogatyr, and they were like created way back in the day when like Russia was Rus, and they're like, you know, there's a still a king and the princess and all those, you know, traditional Russian wear and stuff in those cartoons. And there are 3 of them, and their names are Alyosha Popovich, Dobrynya Nikitich, and Ilya Muromets. So there's 3 of them, and each of them has its individual movie that, like, you know, opens up their story, who they were, like, what was their enemy, and, like, you know, their girl and stuff. And, you know, it's really cool, and some of the songs are just like, you know, in your head, like dum tibi dum dum dum. So the movie's names are Alyosha Popovich и Тугарин Змей, Dobrynya Nikitich и Змей Горыныч, Ilya Muromets и Соловей Разбойник. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know that I haven't mentioned even a half of cool cartoons from Russia that were made there, and if you would like me to make a part 2, leave a big like, and also leave me in the comments what is your favorite cartoon. It doesn't really have to be necessarily Russian, but it might be, so just leave me a name of your favorite cartoon. I hope you're gonna have a wonderful day and just amazing and filled with kind stuff and love, like in the cartoons, and everything is like, you know, so cool and innocent. I wish you that today, and to help you with that, I'm gonna give you something special. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, here's the bubble that you need to click. Click this bubble and subscribe. And also here's some of my previous videos that you should check them out too, because they are good. And just remember that you're an awesome potato. And you know what awesome potatoes do? They smile.